This is Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features TV and online magazine. I'm Wee Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa. Here are this week's features to watch out for.
On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss recent developments concerning railways. Our road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on right-of-way vehicles turning right. This week's Buying Chaper shall be the importance of wearing seatbelts. Showcase this week shall have the pickup from Mitsubishi, the Triton GLS two-wheel drive automatic transmission. While for race weekend, we shall have the highlights of the PGA Cars World of Supercars.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry, are in this week's episode of Motoring Today. Join us.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Here now are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. The LTO, under its chief, Vigor Mendoza II, continues to push for full digitalization of processes and transactions and use of the Land Transportation Management System. LTO Chief Vigor Mendoza reports that the initiative for full digitalization of its processes is 97% complete. In a press statement, Mendoza said the LTO is now working to address the remaining 3% that involve transactions that can't be processed through the Land Transportation Management System due to internet connectivity issues, especially in the provinces. Digitalization of processes ensures less human intervention while facilitating fast and comfortable transactions at the LTO, he said. Less human interventions mean almost zero opportunity for corruption, he added. Mendoza said this is the reason why he made it a point to expedite the full digitalization efforts in the LTO while initiating moves to partner with other law enforcement agencies in weeding out fixers and their cohorts in LTO ranks. We've heard or read social media posts of motorists detailing their happy experience at renewing vehicle registrations, helped along by online appointments and digital processes. Such posts come few and far between. There could be more if the LTO achieves full digitalization of processes and transactions. Meanwhile, transport authorities are saying that jeepney co-ops and operators have the option to acquire any brand, make, or country of origin of PUVs that comply with requirements set by government. Local jeepney makers say this is not enough support for the industry. A local manufacturer of jeepneys in the country is asking for more government support beyond encouraging cooperatives to acquire modern PUVs that have the traditional jeepney look. This comes after the Department of Transportation denied allegations that it was favoring imported modern PUVs from China and was encouraging makers to retain the traditional and iconic look of jeepneys.
Unang-una sa parte po ng DOTR dito sa akin sa OTC, we never said na dapat made in China. Lagi po namin sinasabi nasa kamay ng mga kooperatiba, ng korporasyon ang pamimili po ng modern vehicle. It's their choice. Maraming choices po. Siguro po, yung sinasabi na made in China lang, yung mga may grupo tayong nag-oppose sa programa, siguro po doon po nanggagaling yung ganong klaseng akusasyon. Nakalagay na made in China, pati yung design po, walang nakalagay na dapat mukhang minibus. In fact, yung design, depende rin yan sa manufacturer, depende rin po yan sa mga kooperatiba, kung ano yung gusto nilang piliin. In fact po, inagdag ko lang, meron kaming bagong guidelines. Kalalabas lang, para lang mas maging clear, ini-encourage pa nga namin na magkaroon ng iconic jeepney design yung mga vehicle. Hindi naman namin silang mapipwersa, but we do encourage po.
However, Leonard John Sarao, Operations Supervisor of Sarao Motors Inc., said there remains uncertainty among local makers of jeepneys in the absence of direct preference by the government for locally made modern vehicles. An Inquirer News report quoted Sarao as saying, "If the government proposes that you get a modern jeepney from a local manufacturer and that manufacturer is accredited, I think it will be enough to ease the fear." The report said the DOTR has listed 54 PUV makes and models that have been issued certificates of compliance with government modern PUV requirements. Of the 54 PUVs, 34 are locally manufactured or assembled, while 20 are imported and completely built up. The government should propose more locally manufactured and assembled PUVs to help PUV drivers and cooperatives get an affordable and quality-made modern jeepney. Continuing, it seems like everyone agrees that the main cause of traffic congestion in the metro is the volume of vehicles surpassing the carrying capacity of its major thoroughfares and streets. How to solve it, an association of managers are proposing solutions. The Management Association of the Philippines is proposing more measures to resolve what it described as a traffic congestion crisis in Metro Manila, beyond calling for the appointment of a traffic czar. The MAP is one with traffic management experts and the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority that the main cause of the congestion is the volume of vehicles that daily go on major thoroughfares and even secondary streets.
Kailangan lang ho natin ipaliwanag sa publiko ano nga po ba talaga yung tunay na problema, ma'am, volume. Paulit-ulit po namin sinasabi ito na congested na po tayo. Yung bilang ho ng mga sasakyan ng EDSA po, for example, na may carrying capacity lang na 245,000, nasa 410,000 na po ngayon. Kaya naman po talaga namang magtutugma at tatama ang pag-aaral ho ng Waze.
An opinion piece on Inquirer.net, authored by Eduardo Yap, chairman of the MAP Transportation and Infrastructure Committee, offered a number of solutions to resolve the traffic crisis. Among the main solutions proposed by MAP is a shift from a car-centric policy in traffic management to one that reflects the reality that road space is a finite public resource that must be judiciously and efficiently used to move people instead of private vehicles. Yap wrote that MAP is calling for priority in road space to be given for busways. MAP also called for the enhancement of non-motorized mobility with the creation and expansion of sidewalks and cycling network. Another proposal is to implement road congestion charges on private vehicles with less than the prescribed occupants in high-volume traffic routes during peak travel hours. MAP is calling for the rationalizing of the jeepney and bus franchising system to institute a one-route, one-franchise system to optimize the efficiency and utilization of vital commuter corridors. The solutions proposed by the MAP won't be to the liking of many car owners, although it must be said, solutions, like the congestion charge, would be difficult to implement. It would take a lot of political will to implement MAP's proposals. And finally, there seems to be a sense of urgency in the DOTR to privatize the EDSA busway. Top officials are being quite vocal about this lately. A big conglomerate has approached the DOTR with an unsolicited proposal to take over operations of the EDSA busway. This was revealed by DOTR Secretary Jaime Bautista to reporters covering the recent groundbreaking ceremonies of the EDSA busway concourse at SM North EDSA in Quezon City. Bautista did not identify the conglomerate and said the DOTR would prefer turning over the EDSA busway to the private sector through a bid process. Already, the DOTR has engaged a consultant to prepare the term of reference for bidding out the EDSA busway. Privatizing the operation of the EDSA busway is supported by the Management Association of the Philippines.
I should say that the busway with a rapid bus service is the most cost-effective urban mass transit solution. It is inexpensive to implement, it is easy to implement, and it takes only a short time. Well, in fact, it took only 2 weeks for the first section to be completed from North EDSA to Ayala. I took the bus at 8 o'clock on the first day, and it took only 27 minutes. Before, it will take you more than 1 hour in rush hour traffic. So the busway is functioning. But the problem is that the infrastructure is delayed. And the problem is in the stations, because the stations have not been built. And up to now, the MRT stations are still being used. Normally, they're already crowded, and you add the busway passengers, so you compound the crowding there. So that's why you see severe crowding. Knowing the situation of government, the fiscal constraint, and other constraints as well. You know, the procurement procedure in government is so tedious. So that's why we felt that the best solution, time being of the essence, is to privatize the busway. So that's why we proposed to Secretary Bautista to have it privatized, and it also coincides with his desire for our public transportation to be up to global standards.
Many are saying that, whether unsolicited, the proposal to privatize the EDSA busway should be fast-tracked by the DOTR. And those are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. Providing an efficient and readily accessible transport system for people and goods is a vital concern for government. In many countries, this is provided by an efficient railway network. Will the Philippines join this club? Motoring Forum discusses recent developments concerning railway development. The development of railway systems and networks in the country, particularly in Luzon and Mindanao, was a priority of the previous administration. There were fears that railway projects would be delayed, stalled, or scrapped altogether when the new administration took over. One of the main problems was sourcing funds for the project, most of which came from agreements with the Chinese state financing institutions. However, when issues concerning Chinese loans were raised, imperiling rail projects that have already begun or about to begin construction, the Marcos administration officials quickly asserted that it would work to find other sources for funding railway development. Recently, the president reassured advocates for railway development with statements that showed his administration was still making this a priority.
I'm ordering the Secretary of Transportation, the Secretary of Finance to work in tandem to explore financing sources for the 103-kilometer Tagum-Davao-Digos Railway. Thus far, this ambitious project has been stalled by lack of funding. So let us go and hunt for the right funding engine that will pull this project to the finish line.
One possible source for funding for the Mindanao Railways project may be the United States. According to Philippine Ambassador to the United States, Jose Manuel Romualdez, the United States, they have expressed willingness to support the project after the Philippines decided not to pursue funding from China. Aside from the Tagum-Davao-Digos phase of the Mindanao Railway project, other railway projects remain on track and progressing, albeit slow but steady, toward completion. The North-South Commuter Railway project will establish railway commuter lines and services connecting linking points in northern and southern Luzon and passing through Metro Manila. According to reports, there will be 36 stations offering various services, including a regular commuter service, a commuter service line with limited stops, and an airport express service to Clark International Airport. Stations are now being built and tunnels dug for the Metro Manila subway, 33.1-kilometer underground railway from Valenzuela to Bicutan, with several stations in critical areas, including the Ninoy Aquino International Airport. The president noted that government is working to source funding for the projects, especially for right-of-way issues that flag construction of railways and roadways.
I have been briefed that financing railway models can be creatively packaged in a hybrid way, with each component of the project underwritten by different stakeholders. Civil works, for instance, can be tendered to private investors. Rolling stock can be shouldered by official development assistance, or vice versa. There are some examples of ways we can explore different modes of financing to accelerate delivery. Of course, right-of-way is a deliverable entrusted to the government.
The nation is lagging behind neighbors in Southeast Asia, which already have efficient and modern railway systems that have proven to be harbingers of growth and progress. They're looking at railways as one of the major pillars of an efficient transportation network that encompasses air, land, and sea. Here's hoping these wishes are taken to heart by government agencies and institutions and other stakeholders in the development of railways. And that's our Motoring Forum this week, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
Isuzu Mu-X. Take the lead.
You're back with us here on Motoring Today, and we now have this week's important motoring tips, starting off with some road safety reminders from Toyota Motor Philippines. If you're on the main road at kung nasa stopline ka na, bigyang daan ang mga sasakyang galing sa lane na walang stopline. As seen on the animation, the blue car has the right of way. Keep this in mind to avoid meeting accidents on the road. Continuing with this week's edition of Motoring Today, let's now focus on proper driver's demeanor, especially for those driving PUVs. Here's Payong Choper this week.
Payong Choper lang kaibigan, ako si Alejandro Patosa, isang kapwa nyo stopper. Huwag kalimutang magsuot ng seatbelt sa tuwing kayo ay papasada.
Gawing prioridad ang kaligtasan habang namamasada sa pamamagitan ng pagsusuot ng seatbelt. Siguraduhin maayos at gumagana ang iyong seatbelt bago mamasada. Huwag mo rin kalimutang paalalahanan ang pasahero na nakaupo sa harap na magsuot ng seatbelt.
Tandaan ang paggamit ng seatbelt ay isang epektibong pamamaraan upang manatiling ligtas sa oras na anumang aksidente. Ito po si Alejandro Patosa, Payong Choper lang kaibigan, mula sa isang kapwa nyo chopper.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. World of Motorsports is next.
The 2024 Philippine Rallycross Series flagged off another season of driving sideways in the dirt with legs 1 and 2 held at Park Lake C5. Rallycross veterans and a smattering of newbies showed up to compete, setting the fastest times around a course that started on a short cement segment with a chicane, a long meandering dirt course, and a sprint toward the finish line on pavement. The Rallycross Series divides competition into several groups depending on engine displacement, and categories based on drivetrains and vehicle types, and an open class. Racers were allowed 3 tries around the course, with their 2 best times added as their cumulative official time. The daytime leg 1 saw Kaloy Calico run away from others in the 4-man field to top the Group 1 timesheets at its number 26 Honda Jazz. Paul Santos edged Paulo Santos, both using the same number 1 Honda Civic for the fastest cumulative time in Group 2. Still on the same Civic, Paul Santos pipped Louis Camacho and the number 56 Toyota Corolla to be quickest in Group 3. He mastered the course and set the best time in Group 4, which had 11 entries. Paulo Santos ruled the 11-entry open class, driving the number 81 Toyota RAV4. Among the 4 entries in the UV class, DJ De Guzman driving the number 81 RAV4. Easy Ligaya topped the rear-wheel drive class on board the number 3 BMW E46. Paulo Santos was back on top in AWD class on the number 81 Toyota RAV4, and Louis Camacho on the number 53 Isuzu D-Max beat for Evan Tongo on the number 61 D-Max in the pickup category. Leg 2 started just around dusk, adding challenge of sliding around the pylons run in the dark. Kaloy Calico continued his dominance of Group 1 with the street lights turning on outside the course. No one could get the better of Paul Santos in Groups 2, 3, and 4 during the nighttime round. Mike Reyes climbed to the top of the timesheets in open class, which saw only 4 entries returning for Leg 2. Devor Andres was quickest of the 3 racers competing in the rear-wheel drive class in Leg 2. Louis Camacho driving the number 53 Isuzu D-Max bested 2 others in the UV class, which included Leland Pascual in a Land Rover. Louis Camacho also topped the pickup class in the dark.
More on the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today, as we now give you Race Weekend. Race Weekend takes us to Clark International Speedway, not for a race, but where those at the track learned much about racing and trying out supercars and super SUVs like the Porsche Cayman and 718 and the Audi e-tron GT and the RS e-tron GT. PJ Cars called it the world of supercars. Let's watch this.
We are at Clark International Speedway. PGA Cars is hosting our event of World of Supercars. We will have all our demo vehicles, electric vehicles for our clientele, and of course media to try out as well. This is a sales event, of course, and of course we want to boost sales for our EV, and we want our customers to experience our EV vehicles, especially on the track. So that's why we deployed mostly our EV vehicles, especially in Audi, for clients to experience in the track as well. For Audi Philippines, you will be driving the Audi e-tron GT. That car has about 530 horsepower, and clients will also experience the RS e-tron GT, which has 650 horsepower. These are both EVs and one of the best EVs that you can get today in the market.
So basically we've been, me and Benjamin, we've been working for Porsche China for the last 10 years. We also used to race a lot for Porsche Carrera Cup. So we've been doing most of the events in China. And this time we got invited by PGA to take part in this event here in Clark Speedway. So we come to support the event, and so far we're having a very good time. Everyone is very friendly, so the event is going smoothly, so that's what we want. For the event today, of course, I'm a Porsche fan. I work for Porsche. I love Porsche. I race Porsches. I would have to say that basically I'm a fan of the Taycan to experience the electric cars. Also, 718 is also a very good balance, especially here in Clark. It's, let's say, it's a twisty track, so a car like a 718 is very twisty. It handles the corners very well. So these are my 2 favorite Porsches right here.
Well, basically, Porsche and Audi, they've always had these kind of events so that the customers and prospective customers can experience the new models. There's so many new models now. We have now electric cars that are really super performers. We want everyone to experience them. At the same time, like this afternoon now, we're going into the second half. It is a time for the owners of the cars to enjoy. So we made a little drag racing, there's a little open lap event thing going on here so people get to experience their car in a safe environment.
Basically, our job is to make sure that our customers get to know that not only they buy a road car, which is a Porsche, but let's say they are cars built for the racetrack. So we teach them the basics of driving, we teach them the basics of how to handle a car on the circuit, how to do the proper braking, turning technique, and also the power technique, all in a safe environment. So this is basically our job. Most important is to make sure that we can pass on the information about driving in a safe method to all our customers.
We'd like to thank everyone for viewing, and would like to invite everyone to drop in any of our dealers in Alabang, BGC, Cebu, or Green Hills, and feel free to test drive and see and experience our latest Audi lineup. Thank you.
After thinking all that was seen and experienced at the PGA World of Supercars, one must ask the question, is the future of racing electric? And last, this week's World of Motorsports. We'll be back after this short break.
If you're having problems sa cars, if there's any problems, especially with the paint, if you wanted to have the paint corrected, just let us know, just give us a call, drop by our shop so we could assess, para we could show you and give you yung gagawin natin sa cars nyo, especially for the paint job. So we could detail the car and probably put ceramic coating on it. Our shop also offers ceramic coating, interior, exterior, engine, and glass detailing. We also offer premium car wash. We also do paint job, certain panels na kailangan natin i-repaint. So we also do that. We also do a wash over paint also for cars. So
Our Car of the Week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. After much teasing from Mitsubishi, the Triton has arrived. This showcase checks out the Mitsubishi Triton GLS two-wheel drive automatic transmission, one of the 7 options of the all-new pickup made available locally.
Mitsubishi Motors Philippines excited pickup enthusiasts by heralding the arrival of the Triton, an all-new pickup that replaces the Strata well ahead of its formal launch. The Triton finally arrived in the new year with 7 variants across 4 trim levels and 3 4-wheel drive and 4 2-wheel drive options. Atop the Triton variants with 2-wheel drive is a GLS 2-wheel drive automatic transmission. In the metal, the Triton GLS 2WD-AT looks even more impressive. It shares the same fascia that is all square and rectangles, exuding solid strength and durability, while still hewing close to the dynamic shield design. The massive grille flanked by thick C-shaped frames that house the headlights and fog lights while propping up the DRLs add to the striking quality of the Triton fascia. The GLS is 5,320mm long, 1,865mm wide, and 1,795mm tall, with a 3,130mm long wheelbase and a ground clearance of 222mm. The Triton cargo bed has an inner length of 1,555mm, a width of 1,545mm, and a height of 525mm. Those who will load cargo on the Triton should know the cargo floor sits 820mm off the ground. The Triton GLS 2-wheel drive automatic transmission has much of the exterior features of the top-of-the-line Triton Athlete 4-wheel drive AT, which can be easily distinguished by its metallic black bumpers, garnish, and gray accents. The Triton GLS 2-wheel drive features multi-projector LED headlights with manual leveling and auto on-off function, front LED fog lights, LED daytime running lights, LED signal lights on heated door mirrors that power fold and adjust, LED rear combination light, and high-mount stop lamp integrated into the tailgate, rain-sensing wipers, sport bar, roof-mounted short pole antenna, and 4 cargo bed inner hooks. The Triton GLS also features side steps, front undercover, skid plate, and 18-inch silver alloy wheels wrapped by 265/60 R18 tires. Mitsubishi also went all out in furnishing the Triton cabin with amenities for the comfort and other trendy needs and wants of drivers and passengers. One gets into the Triton GLS two-wheel drive automatic transmission cabin conveniently with a keyless operation system. The cabin is roomier and seats quite comfortable, upholstered in high-grade black fabric with stitching. The driver and front passenger seats slide, recline, and adjust for height, but only manually. It's also roomy in the rear for the Triton with bench seat featuring a fold-down armrest with cup holder and adjustable headrests. The dash has some soft surfaces and appears well laid out with an instrument cluster featuring 7-inch color LCD. Set in the middle like a tablet is a 9-inch touchscreen display of the multimedia system that features AM/FM radio, Bluetooth, USB connectivity, and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The system comes with 2 rotary controls with an easy reach of driver. Mitsubishi is aware of how smartphones, tablets, and other devices are now indispensable in daily living and have installed 2 charging portals types A and C for those in front and another 2 for those in the rear. The system comes with GPS navigation and the audio plays through 6 speakers. Underneath the multimedia system are the central vents for the dual-zone automatic air conditioning system. The Triton GLS features a little bit of leather on the steering wheel and gearshift knob. The steering wheel tilts and telescopes and comes with controls for audio system as well as cruise control. During the rollout of the Triton, Mitsubishi execs said the all-new pickup was designed and built from scratch with customer suggestions called from many parts of the world in mind. One important objective was to make a pickup that is a comfortable drive in city streets, highways, and country roads, paved and unpaved. The Triton GLS manifests this objective with a pickup that is powered by a 2.4-liter turbocharged direct injection diesel engine that generates 183 horsepower and 430 Nm of torque. A 6-speed automatic transmission sends power and torque smoothly to the rear wheels. The comfortable ride is provided by a suspension system that uses independent wishbones with coil springs and leaf springs in the rear. Stopping power comes from a brake system that uses ventilated discs in front and leading and trailing drums in the rear. Mitsubishi is embracing the trend toward shoehorning as much advanced driver assist systems into flagship models. The GLS AT is in essence the flagship variant of the Triton two-wheel drive lineup and is crammed with ADAS tech. Driver assist features include active stability and traction control, hill start assist, trailer stability assist, forward collision mitigation system with pedestrian detection, blind spot warning system with lane change assist, rear cross traffic alert, auto high beam. Parking and maneuvering in tight spaces are made easier with 360-degree camera. And for safety and security, the Triton GLS two-wheel drive automatic transmission is equipped with driver and passenger side airbag, driver's knee airbag, 5 3-point ELR seatbelts, ISOFIX and tether anchors, emergency stop signal.
The Triton GLS two-wheel drive perhaps provides the most value for money among the 7 options rolled out locally. If you really don't need 4-wheel drive, then the GLS is for you. That's our featured vehicle in this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
If you're having problems sa cars, if there's any problems, especially with the paint, if you wanted to have the paint corrected, just let us know, just give us a call, drop by our shop so we could assess para we could show you and give you yung gagawin natin sa cars nyo, especially for the paint job. So we could detail the car and probably put ceramic coating on it. Our shop also offers ceramic coating, interior, exterior, engine, and glass detailing. We also offer premium car wash. We also do paint job, certain panels na kailangan natin i-repaint. So we also do that. We also do a wash over paint also for cars. So
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry takes center stage.
launching the 8th generation of the BMW 5 Series in two variants, no? The 520i ICE with the 48-volt mild hybrid and fully electric i5 eDrive 40 that you have here. These are the two versions of the 5 Series that we're launching here.
The i5 eDrive 40 shares the same design line with the 520i ICE which you have. It has a myriad of options, driving assistance systems. It also features the connected drive and other interior and exterior appointments, which gives the car a more dynamic and comfortable as well as elegant experience in your day-to-day drive. The interior, it includes this very special upholstery which we call Veganza. As you can see later with the design, it has quilting and perforations which makes the car more elegant and sporty at the same time. The i5 eDrive 40 is the first ever electric vehicle of BMW, capable of 340 horsepower and 430 Newton meters of torque, 0 to 100 in just 60 seconds, and has a range of 582 kilometers. The 520i is the successor of the previous 520i luxury line and M Sport spec that we had previously in the G30 iteration. You have a 12% increase in horsepower and torque, car being able to do 208 horsepower and 330 Newton meters of torque.
Price of this is 520i will be 4.99 million and the i5 will be 5.79 million. Please visit our showroom. 520i is available across all showrooms in the Philippines. BMW i5 is available at our dealerships. That will be BMW Libis, BMW Green Hills, and BMW in Auto Alley in Quezon City, Eton Centers.
What we launched just today is the all-new M8 from GAC. It is our premium luxury MPV in the market. If I were to highlight all the features, it will take me until the end of the day to light it up. From the tech, the 14.3-inch screen, the dual panoramic sunroof, chairs with massage function, 3 fragrance settings inside. And this is just to name a few of what you have in the M8. Everything else you want to expect in a premium luxury MPV, it has, and more. So the engine of the M8 is a very powerful 2.0 turbo gasoline engine with the output of 248 PS and 400 Newton meters of torque. We are actually introducing two variants in the country. The first is the GL Master. This is the entry. It's at sub 3 million, so 2,998,000. And the top of the line is the GX Master, which is at 3,948,000.
Unang bumungad sa akin ay yung napakagandang exterior niya, di ba? Very, very massive grille. I think it looks very, very elegant. And of course, mahalaga kasi yung functionality niya, yung usage niya para sa akin, especially in my line of work. Pagpasok ko sa loob, the first thing I tested were the seats. Automatically, talagang kitang-kita mo na with its very advanced technology, kaya niya mag-recline to a certain level na talaga makakapahinga ka dahil, sa trabaho namin, kailangan yun. Ngayon, pag mahabang biyahe, pag traffic, pwede kang makahiga ng konti. And, pero syempre, pinakamahalaga sa lahat, kasyang-kasya yung pamilya ko sa loob na to.
I'd like to invite everyone to come and visit our GAC showrooms. We are nationwide, Metro Manila, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. There's a GAC dealership near you to check out the all-new GAC M8 and our other vehicles where we have also the MPOW, the MCU, the GS8, as well as the MZoom.
And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to check us out on social media.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now on its 37th year of continuing service to the general motoring public, with a live look at Bibel to promote road safety. In honor of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Wee Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa.
Happy motoring.